Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? Um, I just wanted to come and bring this to you guys' attention. I see where it says Trump wants to make changes to the African American History Museum. I think that is really outrageous and preposterous if this is true. But it does seem like with all the drama and bullshit that's going on in America that this could very well be true. I don't understand why you want to erase the the black people's history. What's your goal behind that? My synopsis would be you don't want your kids or your grandkids to know what white America did to the black Americans, and to give you a better excuse to keep doing the nasty things that you do in the background against them. But the truth will always prevail. You can't get away from it. You can't get away from your history. It is your history, good, bad, or indifferent. You don't get to pick what history you want to remember or celebrate. You did it. You made your bed. Now lie in it. And trying to erase it, it will not happen because people like me and others that have ancestors that have lived through the after effects of what was done, we will not let it be forgotten. We will stand up just like the people from the Holocaust and all these other different situations that happen, and we will speak and let our voices be heard. But anyway, let's see what Godfrey had to say about this.
Newsflash, more racism. Yeah. Trump is signing, I guess he's trying to sign some bill to do something about this African American museum because they're talking about like changing all the Smithsonian back to the normal, I guess, American history that we are used to. So, of course, they're focusing on the African American Museum of History. First of all, the African American Museum is amazing. Okay. It really is amazing. I've been there 4 times, went through it 4 times. And the good thing about it is I studied a lot of it. So I knew a lot of it already. It's really beautiful. And if you look at the museum, if you ever go to DC, it's the only brown Smithsonian. It stands out. Most of the buildings in DC are very white, especially that monument that looks like a white dick. Yeah, actually, they got that from Egypt, actually. But anyway, but all the other buildings are white. The Capitol, the White House, all of those other buildings are white. But except for this African American museum, which is kind of shaped differently and it's very brown. So he wants to change whatever's in there. Well, I hope they're in for a big ass fight because what the fuck are you going to change? What are you going to change? Because all of this stuff in there is facts. And by the way, the African American Museum, that is actually lightweight shit. All right. That's actually lightweight to the atrocities that whites have put upon African Americans. And I'm talking about black Americans. I'm talking about foundational black Americans. The atrocities in that museum aren't all that is shown. It's actually lightweight. Historically, whites have done worse to black people. Actually, you're leaving a lot of shit out. I don't give a damn if it's the movies Amistad, fuck it, Roots, Django, all those slave movies. That shit is the lightweight version. In fact, if they actually showed what really happened to slaves, nobody would be able to watch it. Not even black people. Nobody would be able to watch what the fuck has happened to black Americans.
I want to pause right there. He is absolutely correct. Do you understand what happened to black folks that nobody would want to really see what really happened or to put in film or print? So what really happened will be so atrocious that it will make things, it will just be horrendous. So this lightweight patty cake stuff that happened, that's in the museum, should I say? I'm sure that stuff is baby soft, okay? But for the real stuff that happened, no one can handle that, especially white America with their fakeness of wanting to be empathetic and human beings. If you've seen some of the things that really happened to black folks in America, you'd probably hurt yourself. Anyway, let me let Godfrey finish.
Nobody. And even colonization, nobody would be able to show what has happened to Africans in colonizations, what Europeans have done to Africans, which is beyond atrocious, which is unfucking fathomable and unforgivable. And the fact that black people around the world have got to be the most forgiving people on the fucking planet, that is a fact. The shit that has happened to black men and black women, physically, mentally, spiritually, I'm surprised we're not going around taking people's heads off, because we don't do shit like that. Because black folks, I'm just keeping it 100. You know, in science, the African is 100% human, and the European is 97% human and 3% Neanderthal. Go look it up. We're the most forgiving race. I'm sorry. Black folks didn't do anything to you. Black people didn't do shit to you. Don't talk about that black on black crime shit, because you all commit more crimes than we do. Don't come and deflect me with that bullshit, because this is getting ridiculous. So I'm coming with this intense video because it's getting ridiculous. I knew this was going to happen. See, once they were like, okay, they were like, let's get rid of all the Latinos, all the women. I knew it. Black people are always on the list as the #1 problem. The people who built the country, and everybody took advantage of black sweat, blood, and tears. Everything.
Also, I never want to hear no one ever say or tell a black American they need to go home or go back to Africa. Let me tell you something. First of all, we were stolen and brought to America. Second of all, it was our blood, sweat, and tears that built America. And all you ignorant bastards that sit up and say, oh no, well, we built this country and we did, you a lie. You didn't build anything. It was my ancestors that built it. It was their blood, sweat, and tears that you raped and stole and took their hard-earned work, which was worth today's time billions or trillions of dollars. So if you had to pay that money, which you didn't, that was free labor and money that built America. So don't you ever come out your mouth again and say, go home. Come on, Godfrey, tell me what's happening.
Was always, we got to get black people. Everything, every move they made, DEI, everything was, even though white women, and we all know this, white women were the ones that benefited from DEI. DEI was always about these goddamn blacks. You always had a problem with black people all the time, whatever it is. And what's really funny is, how come you're not rolling back the NFL or the NBA? I'm not insulting any of the athletes, but how come you're not rolling back that? Why don't you make that all white? Make NFL and NBA all white, and we'll get our own leagues, and we can always like have an annual competition. You haven't touched sports yet. You want black people to run up and down these fields and courts and sweat their asses off, but you haven't. I'm trying to understand this. Why are you trying to fuck with the African American Museum? What are you doing? You're going to put back all the monuments, all the racist monuments and the fuck boys and the slave owners and shit? What? So, well, while you put that up, we should put up some new statues of our shit too. This shit is a fucking joke. It's a joke. And you know what's great? Is black people are getting tired of this shit. This ain't the 1920s and 30s and shit. These are different black people now. You have a whole different breed, and we fight back. You can fuck around and find out. All right. You're fucking around and finding out about all kinds of shit with other countries. China's telling you something. Mexico's pissed off. I always knew that it was going to be about black people, because black folks, the foundational black Americans, have every right to be here, every right to be in America. Oh, yes, they do. And the reason why you ain't come after Native Americans is because you got rid of most of them. You see, because Native Americans should be really complaining about this whole shit. They should be in the forefront of all this shit. But you murdered most of them, so they can't really say much. They can't really say much because you put them on reservations. You understand? I don't know how you all feel about this, but I'm just ranting. But this shit's getting out of hand. Now that they've gotten rid of most shit, it's always about black progress. It's like we're the bane of your existence. Black people are the bane of white people's existence, man. There are white people actually fighting against that. All right? There are allies. Of course there are allies. But the whole scheme of things is black people are the problem. The ones that built the buildings in D.C. Benjamin Banneker, who designed all of D.C. But it's all good because this ain't going to come without a fight. You can guarantee you that shit. And all you handkerchief head ass Negroes, you Aunt Jemima motherfuckers that are with these people, yeah, you going down too. You going down too. Okay? So get your fucking tap shoes because, yo, this shit is about to get ugly. You let me know. You all let me know. I'm ranting on. I probably said some of the wrong shit. Hey, man, but I had to say something because it's getting out of fucking hand. And I hope there's going to be a fight. You need to leave history alone. Black history basically is how they were treated like shit by white people. That's basically what it is. Black American history is about black people being shit on by white people as they were trying to progress. Yeah, you don't want to hear it, but we have to because you still behave like that. You haven't changed. Now, I can understand if you've changed your attitude. You don't call us niggas anymore. You actually aren't passive aggressive. You stopped redlining. You stopped gentrifying what doesn't belong to you. You know, You stop actually defunding black schools, keeping black people in ghettos, mass incarceration. Let's say all of that stopped and there was no more of that. Then I would be like, hey, man, we need to stop complaining. We need to start treating them better. But it hasn't changed. Your behavior hasn't changed. It's exactly like the early 1800s and 1700s and 1500s. It's the same shit, right? And we have to know where this behavior comes from. It's like medical history. If you have a disease, the doctor's going to say, well, let's look at your family history on why this is occurring. That is why history is important, so we can know why you keep acting a fucking fool. You know, I believe that this is just a case of racial dyslexia. Yeah, they don't mean DEI, they mean DIE. Die, blacks, die. Please get away. Please go. I don't want any more diversity programs. Please, we know we fucked you up. We know it. We know half the shit that we have has been stolen. We know we fucking decimated the Native Americans. We know, but we just want you to go away. We don't want black history because all of black history is just basically white atrocities and how we treated you. Please, DIE, go away. This white guilt is killing me. It's choking me every day. Why? Why does it have to be about race? I know we made it about race first, but why? I would rather deflect on you and just blame you. Why? I can't wait to hear the comments.
Yeah. I think he said it very eloquently in his comedy way. It's ridiculous. It's just atrocious that these people can even come out their mouths and say what they're saying. It just shows you their hearts and who they really are. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Just how can you even attempt to shit on a people so bad? I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm out.